Wait a minute. I was muted. I've been talking and nobody was hearing me. Okay, now I'm unmuted and I actually got the video on. We call to order the regular meeting of the West Valley City Council. We note that we have 6 council members present. We expect our final council member to join us shortly. We are doing our meeting electronically, and so we will do some things more by sound than by seeing. But with that, Councilwoman Lang, do you have an opening ceremony or are we just going to pass that tonight? You're on mute, Councilwoman Lang, so.
So yes, we will cancel.
Okay, let's move on. It seems to not have the same impact, the opening ceremony, when it's done electronically. Then our minutes of June 2nd, we need a motion and a second for our minutes.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second,
Any comments? Hearing none, then without objection, we will have our minutes approved. Are there any objections? Hearing none, it was unanimous. Next, we have our comment period. And so we will turn to our city recorder. How many do we have online?
Hi, sir. We had 2 people sign up, but it looks like only 1 person is logged on right now. So I will unmute Jim Visock and you are good to go.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. Last week I brought up about how Salt Lake County is cutting their budget by 77 million. It was kind of blown off because they have approximately $1 billion budget. Their projected losses is like 96 million, which is a 10%. My point last week is when anybody, the state, county, city, or person takes a 10% hit in their budget, they need to really look at it. You guys are reopening the budget and you're taking approximately 25% or a little bit more than that of the rainy day fund to keep things going. Yeah, it's raining, but it could get a lot worse. And I highly caution you of using that money. And maybe it's time for the city manager to make the tough cuts. There was a little discussion before the meeting started, and I'm going to bring it up. The West Valley City app, there is lots of issues with it. Once again, I am one that has reported a lot of stuff on it. Things will show up that it's been canceled, then it shows that it's been received again, then it shows it's been canceled, but they don't post any updates. Nothing is being done. Also, the visual thing that you can't see what they are, I heard from Sam that is being fixed, so that hopefully that's soon. But it's a big issue. I'm encouraging people to use it. I'm sure it's being used, but they're not giving us updates, or it's just kind of crazy. And I do understand it's a third party, but you know, it's something we need to get fixed. That's all I have tonight. It's good seeing you guys all.
Thank you. Nicole, has that other person signed back in?
No, sir.
All right. Then to our assistant city manager, Paul Isaac. Any comments?
No, sir.
Okay. To the council members, any comments? I would respond to one comment from Jim. It was never my intention to blow off anyone on the budget. But obviously, when it comes to the county budget, we do not have much input. Our city budget, the council has taken a position and a proposed budget is in place. And so for the time being, until additional information comes forward, we are set. So I'm probably more cautious than any of you, but that is as much my background as a CPA as anything. I tend to be very, very conservative on financial matters. But the council does have a budget. The city has a budget. It is balanced, and it will work forward until further information comes to light. And if any does, we'll see where things go from there. With that,
Mayor,
yes, sir. Please,
just
Simon.
one comment to Sam. I'm looking in my TV on channel 17 and we're not broadcasting at all.
Interesting. But we have been able to do it electronically in past weeks.
Yeah, we're probably broadcasting on YouTube, but channel 17 on cable has nothing.
Well, Mr. Isaac, if you'll work with whomever is appropriate, Sam or whomever, to
Yep.
see if you can get that rectified. We will not stop because the problem may be technical. It could last for half an hour. So we
Very
will
good. Thank
proceed.
you.
You just work on that. Next on our agenda would be item 7, our public hearings. We have application SA-3 2020 filed by our Department of Facilities Construction, the Utah Department of Facilities Construction and Management, requesting final plat approval for the Highbury Center subdivision, Lot 3. This is at 5432 West High Market Drive. We will consider ordinance 20-25 if we decide to amend or approve that amendment. This is the property there where between, most people know it, where Target is on 5600 West approximately, going over to the movie theaters, Cinemark, isn't it? And they have separated that. The owner of the property's come into an agreement with the state of Utah, where a state liquor store will be placed. And they've worked out the details of that. And so in order to accomplish that, we need to take this action if the council is in favor of it. Nothing really unusual here. They'll put in a state liquor store. We won't see a whole lot of change there, but these steps would require it to be taken if that happens. With that introduction, then, anyone else want to add anything before I invite public comment? Hearing none, we will open it for public comment. Our city recorder, who manages all of the non-council connections, is anyone online to address this issue?
No, sir.
Okay, seeing no one making comment or hearing no one, we will close the public comment portion and bring it back to the council.
Move for approval of ordinance 20-25.
Second.
Properly before us, any final comments? Hearing none, we will turn to our city recorder for the roll call vote.
Councilman Fitzie Umanu,
Aye.
Councilwoman Lang,
Yes.
Councilman Bueller,
Aye.
Councilman Hune,
Aye.
Councilman Christensen,
Yes.
Councilman Nordfelt,
Yes.
Mayor Bigelow.
Aye,
Motion passes unanimously.
thank you. Next, we have our resolution 20-75 is proposed to approve the purchase of security equipment from Stone Security for use at the Maverick Center. This particular request is $85,131, includes cameras, lighting, security devices, and this will improve security at the Maverick Center. Stone Security was the winner on the bid. And so that is the issue before us. These are funds that will come from the Maverick Center to get this in place. With that introduction, then, we'll turn to the City Council for any further comments or motion.
I move forward for approval of the resolution 20-75.
Second,
Property of force, any other comments? Seeing none, to our city recorder.
Councilman Nordfelt,
Yes.
Councilman Christensen,
yes.
Councilman Hune,
Aye.
Councilman Bueller,
Aye.
Councilwoman Lang,
Yes.
Councilman Fitzie Umanu,
Aye.
and Mayor Bigelow.
Aye,
Motion passes unanimously.
thank you. Then we go to our consent agenda. We have two resolutions there.
Mayor, maybe, I don't know, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
Oh, no, that's fine.
my agenda right here, the resolution 20-74, is that one we don't do it tonight, or?
No, actually, an email was sent out.
Oh, maybe,
Resolution
okay.
20-74 was pulled from the agenda
Uh-huh.
for additional work or until a later date.
Okay, good. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, you're welcome.
You know that.
Good that you noted that. We hope everyone is operating off of the amended agenda. I should have
Okay.
mentioned that at the start, but didn't. So on our consent agenda, two resolutions, 20-76, 20-77. These are for the same purpose, a right-of-way purchase, a warranty deed, and temporary construction easement. This is in conjunction with our asphalt overlay project that is being done in that neighborhood. One is at 3883 South, 3060 West, the other at 3071 South, 3875 West. With the asphalt overlay, state law requires that we upgrade, if they're not in place, accessibility on our corners for the ADA, the Disabilities Act. And that is so that there is greater accessibility, taking out the curb and making it accessible. And we have done a number of these before, and we'll get a few more before we're done on these projects where we're doing overlays. That is the introduction to them, to the council.
Mayor, I move for approval of the two items on the consent agenda.
Second.
Properly before us, any final comments? Seeing or hearing none, we will turn to our city recorder for the roll call vote.
Councilman Fitzie Umanu,
Aye.
Councilwoman Lang,
Yes.
Councilman Bueller,
Aye.
Councilman Hune,
Aye.
Councilman Christensen,
Yes.
Councilman Nordfelt,
Yes.
and Mayor Bigelow.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, thank you. We do not have a need for a closed session. We have no other business unless there are some final comments from the council. We do advise our citizens to remain safe with COVID-19 still very present and active. Use those same things that have been touted over and over: washing hands, wearing a mask in public, keeping social distance, etc. And so,
Mayor,
yes,
tell Sam that Channel 17 just came up, just in time for the adjournment.
very good. Appreciate that timely update. We need to make sure with all these changes taking place that is monitored, Mr. Isaac.
Yeah,
So we might want to make it a point to have a staff member check that as we begin our meetings each week, okay?
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Isaac, thank you for being here. Our city manager was unable to be here tonight. A lot of things going on, a lot of work being done that will get taken care of. And with that,
Move to adjourn.
without objection, then we will stand adjourned. Hearing no objections, that is unanimous. We are adjourned. Have a safe week.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you.
Have a good night.